Hello Dog Lover, in this video I'm going to walk you through exactly how I train stubborn, independent or misbehaving dogs without the use of treats, aversive tools or methods, and also why this method works so well. This is my usual routine and it's exactly what I teach inside my coaching program. I always start with exercise. If you have a stubborn, independent, or misbehaving dog, you have to start with exercise. A dog like that cannot focus on learning or being trained if it's full of energy, if it's not exercised, if it has pent up energy, it won't be able to focus, it won't be able to learn. So everything that you do is going to go against you. So there are a few ways that you can exercise your dog. You can play with your dog. You can take your dog for a walk. You can let your dog to play with other dogs, or any way that you feel that your dog will get some form of physical stimulation, physical movement that will help your dog to get your dog's heart moving and being able to get stimulated at least for half an hour before you get to train your dog. You also don't want to over-exercise your dog because then it's going to be too tired to be able to focus on the training, the lesson that you're teaching. And also you don't want to under-exercise your dog, that your dog still has some energy and pent-up energy left behind that is not going to be able to again focus on the training. So therefore you want to be familiar with your dog's energy and provide enough exercise that stimulates your dog enough to the point that you can teach and train your dog. So in general, I don't train the dog to be able to control the dog. I train my dog, or I train dogs to build communication system so I can communicate with my dog. Training is the language that we use to understand each other, and it's how we become a team, and also it's how we develop trust. So the way I start training my dog is, instead of using treats or food or aversive methods or aversive tools, I start using play and praise. I use play and praise because it keeps the training fun, emotional, and also positive. And it's not robotic either, because dogs are emotional creatures. They respond to our tone, our language, our body language, and also our energy. So the reason I use play, because I get to be emotionally attached to my dog. Dogs naturally, they like to challenge themselves throughout their lives. So they start from the puppy age, they start playing until they get old. And play is a natural form of learning. With the play, puppies, for example, they learn how to hunt, how to challenge other dogs, how to fight with other dogs, how to survive. And play in general it's a natural form. Feeding also, like giving treats to dogs, most dog trainers, they say it's a natural format, but unfortunately feeding is something that necessary. It's something that life requires you to, in order to survive, you have to eat. Therefore, you're tapping into a very sensitive part of life. But with the play, you can tap into the fun part of life. So when it comes to training, for example, I can use play. In this case, Annie likes to fetch and she likes the ball and all that. So I can tap into Annie sit, Annie stay, and as I'm training and communicating, I can use the play as the reward. And when we play, we are in a fun mode. We are not in training a soldier mode. I'm not demanding her. I'm just asking her to do things. And for example, I can ask her to heel. Can ask her to sit. Can ask her to lie down. Can ask her to stay and not move. Stay. All these things just because we're in play mode. Good girl. So I use play and praise as a method of dog training, right? That's the method. So there are two parts now. How do I reward my dog and how do I correct my dog? So rewarding is basically you ask your dog to do something, sit, good girl. I can praise her as well. I can say, good girl, yes, good girl. I can praise verbally, I can pet physically like that, and I can play with her as well, right? So you have few options when it comes to praising or rewarding your dog. So because we are tapping into the emotional part of our relationship, the training becomes a positive experience for both of us. I'm not getting angry or frustrated or anything like that, and my dog is just enjoying this game. Now, that's the rewarding part, right? We're rewarding for the behavior. Now, if I want to correct my dog, what if my dog is not doing exactly what I'm asking it to do? So the way you correct a dog is by not playing, not praising, and not engaging with the game. Basically, you ignore everything that you've been doing and it becomes a negative format, right? So it's not that I'm angry or anything like that. So I'm moving, she's not moving, she's doing good, right? So I'll reward that, right? Now she says, oh, if I do what he asks me, then I get rewarded. But if I don't do what he asks me or what he's teaching me, then I don't get to play. I get a cold shoulder. And trust me, just simple reactions like that, it has a lot of meanings. Nope. So there, nope. Nope. So there we go. Good girl. There you go. So there was a great example of how it works. Dogs are intelligent enough to figure these things out. So, good girl. Yes. That's how easy and simple it is when it comes to correction too. So I didn't have to yell at her. I didn't have to get angry. The only negative thing that she kind of felt was that we didn't play, right? She didn't get to play with her toy. So basically, training shouldn't feel like you're drilling a soldier. It should feel like you're creating a bond and connection with your dog. It should be joyful, positive. I'm not saying that your dog shouldn't experience negativity in life, or you shouldn't be allowing your dog to experience negative experiences in life. That's a different part of life that we can tap into. Naturally, dogs, animals, humans, everybody experiences negativity in one form or another. But when it comes to training and building connection and bond with your dog, you don't want to be physically and emotionally aggressive in a way that causes pain or discomfort in your dog, because it will affect the relationship with your dog. You want the training to be positive. A classroom should have a positive, good energy rather than a boring, dark, low energy class where you don't really enjoy to attend that class. So if you love this approach and you want to get more information about this approach, download the free guide that I have in the description of this video, or just simply comment guide and I'll send it to you. And if you're ready to transform your stubborn, independent, unruly, misbehaving dog with my help, you can join my coaching program or book a call using the link in the description. Until next time, have fun with your dog.